And welcome back to another episode of NBA 2K12. And now we are having the second game of the doubleheader for your comes to the Madison Square Garden in New York City for a marquee matchup tonight as the New York Knicks host the Los Angeles Lakers. These two teams met in the NBA Finals between the Lakers and the Knicks. It was during the early 1970s. It was the 1970 NBA Finals between Jerry West take on Rod Glazer, I think. So, this matchup in real life in 2012, the game member known as Jeremy Lin goes to beast mode, defeats Kobe Bryant as the part of Lin's sanity game. Is the winner who defeats the Lakers on February 10, 2012. This game of matchup features Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony. It's gonna be a good matchup here at the Madison Square Garden in New York City. And then in real life in 2024, in the modern era, between LeBron James and Jalen Bronson. It's gonna be a good game here between the Lakers and the Knicks. It's gonna be for a marquee matchup. As we start off of February simulation. I thought it's not February, it's almost 2 days left before the end of the month of January. So it's gonna be a good game here for now. For this game, both teams gonna use some regular uniforms for the game. So this is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video from Madison Square Garden in New York City. We'll send it over to Kevin Harden in New York.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm glad to have you with us for NBA basketball. Wednesday in the NBA. It's going to be Pau Gasol and the LA Lakers up against the New York Knicks. And now, time for the call by Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg from New York City as they get ready for the opener.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Here are your starting lineups brought to you by State Farm. First for the Lakers, Fisher and Kobe man in the backcourt. And they've got Andrew Bynum, the big man, all in the middle. Always can be counted on, a looming presence and a force both offensively and defensively. Then there's our test, and it's Gasol at the 4. And for New York, Davis is out there with Jeremy Lin. They've got Tyson Chandler, the big man, in the middle. He's a superstar, no doubt. And what a huge boost for this team, night in and night out. Then it's Anthony, and it's Stoudemire in at the 4 spot.
Well, this is a Knicks team that has been built through free agency and trades. Of course, when you're in New York, you're a very attractive destination for free agency. And that's why they have gone that route rather than through the draft.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Gasol covering, Stoudemire, and that is good. Never easy to trade picks away, as you were saying, Steve, but the Knicks, hard made up for it last year by adding Fields in that second round.
Yeah, that was a big get. I mean, a really nice second-round pick for him, Kevin. The Knicks didn't draft Tony Douglas, but traded for him cheap, too. So even with moving their high pick, they still added some pretty good talent.
Johnny Walsh doing a pretty good job.
He's one of the best, has been for a long time. Well, that was a clever look to get the ball into the paint that time, guys.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. He said the cooperation on the offensive end has to be first rate to get it done tonight. He told me, I don't want to see guys taking it on themselves to score all our points. I want everybody in on the act. Sharing the ball is key, guys.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. The early game plan, Clark, centered around their offense. It sounds like.
Yeah, and I think that's fine as long as they don't sacrifice anything from an effort standpoint at the defensive end.
Yeah, exactly. And I like the strategy, guys, because when you get off to a good start offensively, you feel good about yourself. And generally, that energy carries over to the defensive end as well. And what a great season Tyson Chandler had for the Dallas Mavericks last year, guys. He shot a career-high 65% from the floor and really improved his free throw shooting as well, up to 74% from the line.
Nice shot by there.
Great work. I mean, you have to decide as a defense, just how much damage are we going to allow him to do?
Throws up a three, and Artest gets it to go on the assist from Kobe. Artest's got himself on the board with three there.
I could not agree with you more, Steve, in terms of what Tyson Chandler has brought to the Mavericks with his offense. I mean, we knew about his defense and rebounding. He had well established that as part of his arsenal. But his improvement on offense, that development, has been really kind of frosting on the cake.
And Gasol sends it back. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. It's a 5-point game. And Artest with the basket on the assist from Kobe. 6 points for Ron Artest.
Well, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested and all by threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
Andrew Fields checking in for New York. Theo Ratliff, he's just checked in for the Lakers. Barnes comes in for Ron Artest. Here's Anthony. Throws it up high.
Great lob, great catch, perfect execution on the alley-oop.
And not just with any old finish either. The big stuff.
Yeah, little something for everybody, Kevin.
Fields with the steal. Knicks trail by 6. Lynn. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Well, one of the things that has made the Lakers so good is their depth and their balance. In fact, last year, defensively, they had the 5th lowest field goal percentage defense in the league, under 44% for their opponents.
18 feet away, and there's another one for the Knicks.
Guys, you're not going to get away with that kind of defense when he's got the ball. I mean, you got to do better than that.
And for the Lakers, Clark, that big front court, a big part why they're so tough defensively. Steve just said a percentage defensively under 44%.
Well, length is hard to score over. I mean, they've got some tough defenders up and down the roster, really, and they play a physical style. I mean, you think of the Kobe is a killer defensively when he's locked in. And then they're all experienced, too. And that adds to that defensive prowess as well. Kobe is knocking down some nice-looking baskets.
Shot from the top of the key. Good on the shot. Fields has got his first pass of the game. That's it go from the wing. And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist by Gasol.
Well, everyone seems to have the hot hand here early on.
You know, if they keep up this scoring pace, we'll definitely see some big point totals from both of these teams.
I think their only hope now, Paul, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on, and he's been tough to play straight up.
That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe.
Man, they are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
Here's Fisher. Barnes up top. Over Anthony. Again, the Lakers.
Boy, he set him up nicely with that pass.
Boy, I love the ball movement, guys. That's 3 of their last 5 shots coming with assists.
Gets it to go. Fields has got 5. Lakers leading by 3. On second, separating the shot clock and game clock. Fisher, the pass to Kobe. Right side, Kobe. A 3. And that one's good from Fisher. He has 6.
Well, they get those 3 points back in a hurry, don't they?
Yeah, they sure did. Didn't take them long at all to respond.
That free throw good from Anthony. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both free throws good from Anthony. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. And Barnes backs in. He gets it up. Unbelievable shot at the buzzer.
this guy just as calm as can be. Even with the clock ticking down to 0, no pressure.
Gotta love the composure. He just didn't seem rushed at all. He just took his time and knocked it down.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers on top, up 6.
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
And we'll see you in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Lakers leading by 6.
Well, Matt Barnes is one of those guys you call an irritant. I mean, he bothers his opponent by really getting into his body, maybe throwing a cheap shot or two along the way, but plays with a ton of passion, plays hard.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Pau Gasol grew up in the diverse, artistic town of Barcelona, Spain, and his interests reflect that. A lover of opera, fine arts, an avid reader, a former med school student. He's an intellectual. But Gasol's multifaceted interests are a concern for some in L.A., who might prefer him to have the single-minded focus on basketball of his teammate Kobe Bryant. Gasol said, "I don't like to be in a little box or in a bigger box. I just like to be open." Interesting stuff, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
And I don't think Gasol's off-the-court interest should be a concern. I mean, really, he was the key to them winning their last 2 titles when you look at it.
Yeah, you know, winning 3 in a row is a lot harder than people realize. I think the Lakers are still very dangerous, and Gasol is a big reason why.
You know, for Barnes, really a tough, aggressive player. Clark, he doesn't back down from anybody.
Not at all. You're going to know he's out there when you're on the court with him. He battles for every rebound. He's an excellent rebounder for a guy of this size and gives you an awful lot of hustle and the edge that winning teams usually have. You know, guys, he's always looking for that open three. I mean, that's his strength. Sometimes the best time to get the three is in transition.
And that one's good. Artest's got 8 points here in this quarter. New York calls timeout.
Well, you know, it's interesting. The Knicks did not come up with more wins than losses against the West last year, but they were almost 500, 14-16 against the Western Conference.
For the Knicks, Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Curry. Stoudemire comes in for Ronaldo Ball. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Derek Brown. And then for the Lakers, Pau Gasol is checked in for Derek Carricker. And Kobe is subbed in for Johnson. Here's Stoudemire. It's in there. Davis with the assist. 6 points for Stoudemire. More on the Knicks and the West. For the East, that was one of their better records against the Western Conference.
It makes sense. The Knicks have the style and mentality to play a more Western type game. In other words, getting up and down the floor, scoring big points, and really running as hard as you can on every possession.
Davis and goes on the other end for the Knicks. Lakers leading by 10. Here's Kobe, and he lays it up and in. Kobe's got 18 points. And here is Davis. He has 7. Anthony backing him down. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant.
Kevin, the results were somewhat mixed once the Knicks acquired Carmelo Anthony. They finished the season 14-14 after the trade and, of course, got swept in the first round by the Celtics.
Here's Kobe. Down goes the slam.
A little bit of a struggle defensively. They got to defend the hoop.
I'm not sure they could have gotten there anyway.
Davis kicks to Stoudemire.
Slamming it home off the alley-oop. Remarkable.
Yeah, his eye. wide as he went up for that one.
And he timed his leap perfectly to meet the pass at the top of its arc.
Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking you could make that pass.
Outside, Davis. And again, New York with the triple.
The Knicks struggled out of the gate last season, and D'Antoni started to feel the seat get a little warmer. I mean, you have to think that it cooled off a bit for this season, and they'll have a little more leeway.
What a fantastic performance from long range.
Well, that's been his territory all game, Steve.
Feeds to Fields. Back to Davis. Stoudemire backing him down. Stoudemire's got 4 points this quarter. Back to D'Antoni, Steve, he definitely should have a little bit more breathing room this year, as Mark was just talking about.
Well, we'll see. I mean, he's done a good job. The Knicks made the playoffs last year, but with Donnie Walsh out as general manager, he was the one who hired D'Antoni. And so you never know. I mean, I think D'Antoni's a good coach. They've got plenty of talent. This should be a good year for the Knicks, but we'll see.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Derek Brown, he's checked in for Anthony. Jeremy Lin comes in for Landry Fields. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Baron Davis. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, one of the new wrinkles for head coach Mike Brown with the Lakers is the changing of the triangle offense. The Lakers have run it for years, and while the bits and pieces of it incorporated into Brown's system, they'll run a different offense. He says his defensive scheme works with any team, but will tailor the offense to suit the talents of the Lakers. Should be an interesting watch, guys.
It was great to hear from you, Doris.
It would be strange not to see the Lakers running the triangle offense.
And, coming off consecutive championships, the Lakers last season actually took a big step forward offensively. They really improved their offensive efficiency. He came away empty there, and that's a shot that should probably go down.
Here's Fisher. It's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got 9 assists in the game. Great passer. You're right, Steve, up to 7th in offensive efficiency in terms of points per possession in the NBA. And Clark, for the Lakers, an established roster, not surprising. They get better offensively as they continue to develop that chemistry.
Well, familiarity. I mean, as you look at the Lakers, they are a team that has stayed together. And they continue to grow and understanding each other as teammates. You see that also in their turnover numbers last season. I mean, they had the 5th lowest turnovers in the league, and that's about skill and also chemistry. And they've got a pretty good amount of both.
And the Knicks last season did not use their bench very often, kind of typical of the Mike D'Antoni team. He relies heavily on his starters, and that was the case a year ago.
That's good from Barnes. Steve, back to what you were saying about that New York Knicks bench. A big part of that was they were so short-handed. Remember, Clark, when they got that trade, trying to, bring Melo up to speed on what they were doing?
No question. I mean, it got to Melo that trade, but it also left a few players tired because they lost some of their bench depth. Could have been why they saw so many late-season injuries as players were maybe a bit worn out. You think about Chauncey Billups going down late. Interesting discussion.
Here's Davis, and the 3 ball is good. Davis has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Boy, that's too easy. You cannot let a shooter that good get a warm-up jump shot like that. If you do that, it'll be raining all day from out there.
Here is Lynn, guarded by Kobe. Out to Anthony. Here's Turioff. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Turioff's got his first 2 points of the night.
You look at how they've been scoring the basketball, and it's really fun to watch them because all the baskets are coming off assists.
Well, keep that in mind. I mean, they're a much more efficient team when they make that extra pass. They get in trouble when they're taking quick shots.
Not shying away from contact. They're getting to the line more this quarter.
I like their aggressiveness. They're not settling for outside shots. They're really getting into the paint and forcing some opportunities.
Here is Davis. He's got 13.
You know, something distracting him. The guy just kind of profiled right out of bounds.
Artest with the ball. Here's Fisher. And the miss. And the first half is now in the books.
Your Knicks.
Back in a moment from New York.
Hello and welcome to this Wednesday edition of the HP Halftime Report. The Lakers came out with a full head of steam. Tremendous production off the pine for them. The bench providing a big boost. An unbelievable half from Kobe Bryant. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And for New York's angle, they've been grinding away. They're doing well inside, big bodies, big points in the paint advantage. A great performance by Baron Davis in the first half. 13 points and has kept everyone else involved, piling up the assists. These two have been the stars so far today, both leading their teams in scoring. And now we send you back out to the game. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Here's Kobe. Off the mark.
Well, Mike Brown, a part of the Greg Popovich coaching tree. In fact, I played for him in San Antonio in 2003, and he was an assistant. Excellent coach, really a guy who will emphasize the defensive end of the floor. That's his forte. Well, they haven't had to ask him to do too much, but he's doing whatever's needed out there.
Here is Lynn. Passes it to Davis. Left side, Chandler. Davis inside. He's covered by Fisher. Good. 17 points for Davis. Steve, good point about Mike Brown. You know, Clark, his familiarity with the Western Conference and some of the big teams in that conference, I'm sure a big reason why the Lakers got him.
Well, I think all around he's just an outstanding coach. I mean, he's in his prime. He's a relatively young coach who's had tremendous experience. So his record is very impressive. His demeanor and personality and philosophy, I think, is really solid. It helps that he was coaching LeBron, but make no mistake, you just don't stumble into what he's been able to do as far as wins go. I mean, he's won almost 2/3 of his games as an NBA head coach, and that list is short when you start looking at the resumes of head coaches to have won 2/3 of the games you've coached in.
From past New York, and Artest with the basket on the assist from Kobe. Kobe's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Here's Davis, who's got 19. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
He wants to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now.
And making a change here, the Knicks. Fields checked in.
One more time, let me hear your Knicks City Dancers.
Tries to save it. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He's just a hair away from making that steal.
Steve, I like the instincts there. Terrific. To see the pass coming and knock it away, well done.
Here is Fields. He has 5. He frames the quick shot. Fields has got 7 points.
You know, for so long we've seen the Lakers coast into the playoffs, put themselves in a tight spot, and then find a way out of it. But that series versus Dallas in last season's playoffs, they really looked like a tired and overmatched team.
Here is Lynn. 10 points for him. He's covered by Fisher. That's good. He's got 12. And for the Lakers, Kobe said, Clark, after that series, we've been playing with fire the last 3 years. Now, we finally got what we deserve. Steve, that is a very interesting quote. Take it apart for us and delve into it.
Well, I think the Lakers had been to the finals for 3 straight years, and I think they were worn out emotionally. And for a couple of those playoff series over the years, they did play with fire and get away with it. Not last year. Dallas just destroyed them, and I think the Lakers just look tired, both physically and mentally.
Steve Blake's checked in for the Lakers. He's off on the second.
Man, I'll tell you what, guys, Derek Fisher has had a lot on his plate the last couple of years. He's the president of the NBA Players Association. Not only was he trying to lead his team to a championship, but he's been trying to fix these labor issues as well.
Here's Stoudemire. He's got 8. On the top of the key, and the Knicks good for 2. Let's talk about Derek Fisher. What a professional.
Kevin, this guy basically made the most of his natural abilities. Never a premier athlete. Always in great shape, though. Always plays hard, plays smart. And he seems to be able to knock down big threes at the most important times. He's done that throughout his career and goes back to when he and Kobe joined the Lakers as rookies.
Absolutely.
Spent a lot of time riding the bus together in the gym before and after practice, and he just worked and worked, and he's got multiple rings.
They've both. He and Kobe both have won the 5 rings. Yeah, they're really hooked at the hip.
That's right.
Here is Lynn. 14 points for him. Gathers. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Now, last season, the so-called melodrama, as Carmelo Anthony refused to sign an extension in Denver, forced his way to New York in a trade. And the story really dragged on all season long.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Tony Turioff, who's checked in for Chandler. And Ronaldo Balkman subbed in for Stoudemire. And then for the Lakers, Theo Ratliff comes in for Andrew Bynum. And Matt Barnes is subbed in for Ron Artest. And Steve talking, Clark, about the Carmelo trade saga. Really an unwelcome distraction in a lot of ways. It hung over the players. Involved in Denver and in New York, and maybe took some attention away from the great season.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more there. As things tend to do in this 24/7 information cycle, it just kind of lingered and hovered and hung around. But in the end, he got his way. He desired to be in New York, a place where he grew up as a kid. That motivated him to get to that place where he kind of considers home. So I think it's a good fit. Unfortunately, it took so long to happen, but the end result is a good one, I think, for him and the Knicks and hopefully the league.
And Baldwin intends it to go. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Lakers leading by 9. Gasol backing down. And that comes off the assist by Derek Fisher. Fisher's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here is Lynn. He's covered by Fisher. Goes up on the wing. And there's another one for the Knicks. Here's Fisher. Here's Gasol. That's good. And the assist goes to Fisher. Fisher's got 6 assists in the game. And so here is New York. They trail by 11. Here is Lynn. 14 points for him. Anthony right side. Puts it up. And he banks into it. Anthony's got 9 points now in the quarter.
For a guy like him who can light it up like that, that's too easy.
Another 3, and we've just seen a barrage from long range here in the second half.
They have come out lazy. And defensively, it's hard to deny that shot. That's a lot of ground to cover when a team spreads you out like they do.
And as we end the third quarter, a double. Digit deficit will make it tough to come back. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, we have, Kevin, and that's exactly what this team needed from him. He's been terrific.
And you know what, Steve? A double-double in 3 quarters to play, guys. That's nothing to complain about.
It's more NBA coming your way. Our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has a report for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Lakers that garners the Sprite Spark today. That big second quarter is where they took control, and they haven't slowed up since.
Doris, thanks. That run, Clark, really propelled them.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, it got their confidence up and gave them the kind of swagger you like to see in the team.
Yeah, gave them the edge for sure because look at the opponent. I mean, they are kind of down on themselves right now. The body language, not where it needs to be.
Left side, Brown. Fields dishes to Douglas. And there's the 3-second violation.
Well, plays like that aren't going to help them cut into the lead, I can tell you that much.
I agree. Just a poor mistake at a very poor time as well.
Here's Kobe.
Hey, who's watching though?
Fields covering. Tipped. Leaps for it.
Hit me, I'm open.
Here's Kobe. 3 from the inbound. It's hauled in by Brown. And it's rejected. Lakers leading by 12. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Douglas with it. Kobe with the steal. For the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
As soon as they force that turnover, they really attack the rim. I like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought that was the highlight of the sequence.
Now, here is Fields, picked up by Artest. Brown kicks to Chandler, and stolen by Barnes.
So a couple of poor possessions now in a row, consecutive. Both times turnovers. That's not productive basketball. That's not winning basketball.
Nah, Clark, you know, you start stringing errors back-to-back together, you lose all momentum in this game.
And stolen by Barnes.
And trying to find a way to get some traction, they've got to make the most of every possession here.
I agree. They've been sloppy with the ball. They've given up 4 points off those miscues.
Douglas for 3, and the shot is good. And here are the Lakers. Goes up. And the dunk by Kobe.
You know what? I'm not sure, guys, anybody enjoys the art of the dunk more than he does.
That's a great way to describe it, Clark.
Yeah, he will not hesitate to show off every once in a while.
He's one of the few guys you don't mind seeing take the 3 in transition.
Artest takes the 3. Count that one. Artest's got 23 points.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
New York calls timeout.
And one of the things you like about the Lakers, their ability to go out on the road and win. In fact, last season, they were 27-14 away from Staples Center.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Brown. Mason comes in for Landry Fields. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Tony Douglas. Pau Gasol's checked in for the Lakers. Fisher comes in for Steve Blake. Stoudemire backing him down. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one is on our test.
Almost got the and one, just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Well, he did get the trip to the foul line, though, Steve. That's a nice move.
And the Lakers, Clark, a smart veteran team, we know that. How much of an asset is that to winning on the road?
You can't overstate it. I mean, it's really huge, Kevin. Keeping your composure, staying focused, understanding what's coming and what you need to do to seize games on the road. Some folks call it that killer instinct. And those are the things you have to be able to do in the Lakers. Of all of that.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing him. I think they've got to find a way to chase him off the 3-point line.
A 3-ball and another 3 for the Lakers.
If I must say so, I mean, they are doing a terrific job of moving the ball around here.
Yeah, much better than their opponents. Seems like every time they score, it's coming off of an assist.
New York calls timeout. They're behind by 17. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Andrew Fields checking in for Roger Mason. Theo Ratliff, he's just checked in for the Lakers. 1:57 left in the fourth. Goes up from the top of the key. Fields' shot is good.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
Right side, Kobe. Back to Artest. Pass to Kobe. Fields covering. Kobe passes to Artest. Artest's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
He's just filling the stat sheet. What hasn't he done out there today?
Well, Steve, you know what we call a guy who fills the stat sheet, don't you? He is a stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Well, you can put this one in the W column. I mean, this is locked up now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they closed this game out exactly like they needed to.
Finger roll. That's pure style, guys. I like that.
Shot on the way. Kobe can't hit.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there, a great effort.
Beautiful dish there and a superb finish.
Lakers leading by 12. Artest. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. 30 points for Ron Artest. Lynn dishes to Melo. Picked up by Artest. Throws up the alley-oop. And the slam dunk pass.
Now they probably need more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the
Jam by Kobe Bryant. Now let's take a look at it once again with our Spike Slam Cam.
And that ought to do it. That should seal the deal.
Yep, I agree. Closing it out with relish.
Wasted no time on that one. Here's Kobe. Jacks up a 3, and another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, that's going to do it. I mean, this thing is pretty much over. They played well.
Well, it has been a bit anticlimactic the end of the game, but sometimes that's the way it goes. You can see that dunk coming a mile away. Anytime he gets in that close. To the bucket, it's all over.
So it's the Lakers now. They led by as many as 18 points. Fires from the wing. Again, the Lakers.
Another fast break group. They're just outrunning their opponent here.
You know what, Steve? I think the defense has left themselves vulnerable, and they're learning the hard way that speed definitely kills. Amari. Roll it.
Knocks it loose.
A lot of hands down there on the block. That's a tough position to be in offensively.
Here's Artest, and the Lakers take on 2 more.
Boy, how about the streak he's on right now?
This thing, Steve, is getting out of hand. Great stuff.
One deep. Off on that one. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
Well, that will do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and we're back to one game format. So where's next game? Tomorrow night we have heads to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Tomorrow night we got the two bitter rivals in the division Atlantic rivalry. The Boston Celtics take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Paul Pierce take on Andre Iguodala. It's just the second matchup between those two he met to the Christmas. That'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin's wrap-up doubleheader special on the Chinese New Year Day, also known as Lunar New Year Day. First game, tight one in Oakland as the Suns beat the Warriors 117-115. In the second game, Lakers outlast the Knicks in Madison Square Garden in MSG, 120-105. And this is Andre Kenshin saying so long from New York. We'll see you tomorrow at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia for the Celtics and the 76ers. Sign up and peace out. Good night!